we connect business and community resources for mutual success. And we're going to kick off the evening. I'm going to say that again because I'm just so excited about how we're bringing this to life. So, you know, the Top Virginia Regional Chamber, we connect business and community resources for mutual success. And tonight we're going to celebrate a really exciting opportunity that presented itself where we are going to exemplify just that. So tonight with me is my cohort, Gwen Carter. We're in Civitan together, so I'm going to we're in both NADTACs tonight, Civitan and Top Virginia Regional Chamber. Gwen is really the force behind all things with our Civitan Club, and we've had the opportunity to help Access Independence. So we've got with us tonight Charles Harbaugh wearing his Access Independent hat tonight. One of his board members, Irene Hardesty, is with him. We are going to make a presentation. Gwen? Tell us how this came to be. And also standing with us, I want you to Emily Beck, who is the president of Marlow Automotive. The Marlow Automotive Group is going to speak with you all a little bit, but we're going to just kick off tonight with this. And she played a major role in this way, her organization as well. So you're going to just see this is just a continuation of good things happening through these connections. So Gwen, tell us about how this took place and what we're doing tonight.
Oh, well, it started off with Charles inviting us to come and get a view of their building. And so we were invited, we went and saw it, and we were amazed. We were going, oh my gosh. So we invited Charles to come and speak to us at our club, and we decided let's go forward with a grant. We have a foundation. We submitted to the Foundation with Children with Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities. And it took a while. We also got a hold of Brian. Now, this took place way back in June. And Brian came along beside us, and he said, we'll make this happen. Brian, thank you so much. Because of it taking several months. And so the process, I was texting them and telling them, look, we passed the first phase, now we got the second phase, and now it's here.
So, on behalf of the Northern Shenandoah Valley Civitan Club and the Foundation for Children with Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities, we present this check for $25,000. Access Independence. And now, Access Independence is going to take the next step and Charles, tell them what you're going to do with it.
We're going to buy a car from Tri-State Nissan to allow us to serve more children with disabilities. We've just been licensed by DARS to provide pre-ed services in school systems, so transition services to people in high school with disabilities who want to get out and get in the workforce, so like a soft place to land for those. And so we've been around since 1985, Access Independence. We helped 423 clients last year, but this will allow us to serve more children with disabilities in Frederick, Page, Shenandoah, Clark, and Warren County. So this is just a wonderful thing. We're so thankful and humble for you and the Chamber and Civitan and my board chair, Irene Hardesty. We're just very thankful for this opportunity to be a part of the community, and we look forward to serving more children this year and in the future. With this new car, we'll be able to crisscross that district and help them out. So thank you.
Group and the 75 acts of kindness and what it's turned into. This is just part of this continuing amazing community support that they give us. So Emily?
All right. Wow, it's kind of hard to follow that because I had these thoughts of what I was going to say, but it's a little emotional to be up here and be part of this. Timing is everything. And not only are we celebrating our 75 years of serving the community, timing is great. If you notice, there's parking for everyone. And that might not be the case 2 years ago or maybe 2 years from now. Thank you to an inventory shortage. We can have parking for everyone. And timing is so important. 75 years ago, my grandfather started the dealership. It was a dealership in Front Royal, Marlow Motor Company. And the reason he started is because we also had an inventory shortage in 1947. There weren't enough cars. It was after World War II, and so there was vehicle shortages. And my grandfather was a pretty, black and white, right and wrong kind of guy, and he did not like the shenanigans that were required to get a car. And so he said, I'm not going to play that game. I'm going to play my own game. I'm going to get my own car franchise, which was the Kaiser Fraser dealership. and I'm going to take the first car and I'm going to sell them to my community in the way that we think it should be done. And so I tell that story, and I tell that story to our staff. We tell it internally because they need to know that we have been here before. We have been through hard times. We have been through inventory shortages, and doing the right thing and doing things the right way will always pay dividends. If you invest in your community, you treat your neighbors the way you want to be treated, in the long run, that's the way to go. So timing is everything. I have to give a major shout out to Brian Nieves over there. She mentioned Brian. Brian is on the board of the chamber, but he's also our e-commerce director. He is kind of the wizard behind the machine. He's the one that makes a lot of this stuff happen, and it wouldn't happen without his help. Now, I will say we're having after hours here. It's a little bit misleading if you're up on the hill here at Tri-State. I should say Tri-State Nissan has been part of the Marlow Automotive Group for 40 years. A lot of people don't know that. I think that's an unknown secret in Winchester, but we've been part of the Marlow Automotive Group for 40 years, and our organization's been around for 75. But so here we are after hours, but if you look around, we're not closed right now. We're still open. In fact, if you were to go into the back, which you're welcome to do, don't go back where the machines are. I don't want anybody to get hurt. But if you go back and you can look through the window, there are technicians back there working on vehicles. There's people working. We're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Monday through Friday, no appointment necessary. Just bring it in, all makes and models. And you can see I've got a bunch of staff. Raise your hand, my staff here, a bunch of people who are still here. And those are the ones who aren't back there, working on vehicles right now. The reason why we are open all the time is because of people like you. When we live in the community and we drive home at night and we see those vehicles parked in people's driveways, we say, man, wouldn't it be great if we could service that vehicle right now? And so that way they could use that vehicle to make money or to drive their kids around or do whatever they need to do during the day. And wouldn't it be great if we could pick up the car, service it, and deliver it to the customer? Wouldn't it be great if we were able to give our customers their time back? And I think that's the power of local business. When you live in the community where you do business, you see things. You see things that you don't see if you're driving to another area when you go home at night. When you drive to your home, which is where your business is, you see opportunities to help. You see opportunities to solve problems that maybe you wouldn't see. And I know I feel that way about several of you. Several of you have solved my problems before by knowing what they were, and I hope that we can, return that favor to you guys. And one other thing you might see that I've always been told to tell people, if you look at our technicians, a lot of them are homegrown people who have come out of the school systems here in the area. We recruit heavily from the local schools. We give jobs to young people who have a really great attitude and a great aptitude to learn, and we train them. And so if you look back there, if you see what I see, you would be as proud of them as I'm proud of them. It just really represents what's so good about the area that we live in. So I've been asked to talk a little bit about our 75 Acts of Kindness. Some of you have heard about it, some of you have seen it. To celebrate our 75th anniversary, we decided that we were going to conduct, enact 75 acts of kindness in the month of July in the markets where we do business. The math is pretty easy, 3 locations, 25 work days in a month, 75 acts of kindness. And what started as kind of something that I thought was going to be candidly kind of like a sorority service project. I pass around a sign-up list and everybody do something, turned into really a movement where we were able to engage in the community and serve in a way that we didn't even know was possible. And I will tell you, some of the relationships that we have made us better. I look at some of my team who they serve food, they landscape nonprofits, they hand out popsicles to kids at parks. I mean, everything you could think of, they served in the way that they could. It made us better. Hopefully it made some of the nonprofits better. And it just goes to show that there are amazing people in this community doing amazing things all the time that we don't necessarily see. And so with that, I'm going to introduce one of those amazing groups that does amazing things. When we were doing our 75 Acts of Kindness, the Highland Food Pantry was one of the groups that we were able to volunteer with. And we were just so blown away by their humility and their get-it-done attitude. I didn't even know. Here they are getting it done every day and taking care of people, no questions asked. And we just thought that I would give them an opportunity to come up and tell a little bit about what they do so you guys would know a little bit more about the services that they provide. provide in the community. And thank you guys for those of you who brought some personal products for them. So thank you very much. Jenny, I'll turn this over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Our volunteers received one of those 75 acts of kindness. They brought lunch to our volunteers one Tuesday after we'd worked all day. It was great, so thank you. Thank you for letting us partner with you now, and thank you for all the donations that you've brought. We are a food pantry on Highland Avenue in the north end of Winchester, and I brought a cheat sheet so I don't mess up the numbers. We're open on Tuesdays from 9 to 11:30, and then we open again on Tuesday nights from 6 to 7:30. In 2021, we served 6,259 families, which was 16,435 individuals. Already, at the end of September, we have served 4,654 families, which is 13,751 individuals. We are able to do that because of people like you and our community who support us, who make donations, who make it possible for us to be able to help these friends of ours. Our clients are people who live across the street from you, from us. Their children play soccer with our children and grandchildren. They're the people who wait on us at the gas stations or the restaurants or the post office and have just run into a bump in the road and need help. It's not that there's not enough food in our country. Our challenge is to get the food from those of us that have too much to those of us that don't have enough. And that's what we work on every week. We partner with all the grocery stores in Winchester and participate in a partner pickup program. Things that are beyond what the stores can sell, but in a bag of oranges, one might be molded, but the other 12 are fine. So we'll take the molded one out and share the other 12 to save that good food. At the end of the day on Tuesday night, we have a pig farmer who will come and pick up what is beyond human use, because I understand pigs eat everything. So we're trying to make sure that the food that is donated and that we purchase and is given to us is all used and none of it wasted. I could go on and on, but I know I only have a few minutes, so I just want to say thank you again. We live in a great community that's so supportive and so caring. If you have any other questions, we have lots of board members that are here. They'll be glad to talk with you and answer any questions that you have. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I just want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. It means a lot that we're here, and just your presence makes us better. Just the opportunity to learn from you, the opportunity to hear what your concerns are, the opportunity to meet people, I say eyeball to eyeball, and just, see what people are going through. It makes us better. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.